Hello, I'm Rocky, and this is, I think, part 4, the final part of my rant of Doctor Who Season 1 of the new series with Ncuti and Millie, the finale, episode 8, The Empire of Death. Or is it the Empire of Inconsistency? Or is it the Empire of we don't give a fuck on storytelling? If you want to support me, or Rocky Entertainments, or Advertising World Peace, or my Storyteller channel, or my future rants, or my future I Just Talk a Lot videos, please press the like button, subscribe, share, become a Patreon, tell everybody how important world peace is, and what a great alive mind I am, and telling people shit, always the truth, never lying, and always be relevant about everything. Never going any sideways. So, we are almost at the end of this episode. I talked about it a lot, to the point that I had to pee several times and I had to go out and I had to sleep in between. But it's still the only thing that's on my mind. So this means I'm still wearing the same pullover. It's already got some, it's only toothpaste, really. And I'm drank a lot of coffees and I smoke a lot of joints. It's legal in Germany, so don't bother. Don't even trip, bro. It's PSG, 6 years old. Everybody can watch this. And we are back on the road. Let's have a bit. Yeah, okay, one cool theory. It's all a big fake up. It's all a fake episode. The end is fake, the mother is fake, Ruby just fabricates everything and the Doctor is too dumb to realize, and we as fans get, instead of the last season of Lost, we get the beginning of Lost. And in the end it will all have been the last season of Lost. It will all have been a story, and inside of the story there has to be an end, so Ruby... Maybe the best thing we get is the story loop can be ended and the Doctor travels with real Ruby in real universe. But as I told before, in a fantasy universe, science fiction, fantasy, Doctor Who, whatever, to add an additional layer of this is not even real, this doesn't give me tension, this doesn't give me connection, this doesn't give me trust. It just is like a bad take on the multiverse stuff Marvel is doing. Sorry. Rick and Morty did it right. They did the story train. They really they played with the rules of storytelling while acting somewhat accordingly to them, very conscious of what they were doing. This shit is just playing with the audience's minds and trust and hearts, and it's just misleading because of convenience and effect, and that's bad. Those are some bad decisions, and therefore were my accusations in the beginning that this is all written by ChatGPT, because it feels like it, because it feels like you gave ChatGPT the mission to finish the season with an episode where Ruby's mother in the end is a normal person, and somehow they use this to defeat Sutek. So, donkey-wise, ChatGPT read all the other episodes, and it realized Doctor always does goofy stuff like putting his shawl in front of the eye of the Dalek, and so he kicks him, and that is the solution for everything. Or he just like points his screwdriver to things, and he just always DeusEXmachinas every shit. When he doesn't use his intellect, which is by far more interesting, best episodes ever. When it's not about his intellect or his character, it's always about devices and props. And this is, sometimes it's funky and cool, and sometimes it's boring as fuck and stupid. And this is one of the last times, sadly. So, the kiss on the head may be a misleading sign, but it is a sign. So for daughtership or familiar relationship. Also a cute picture. No. I mean, I am surprised how just two actors, and they are good actors, I can tell, and they are beautiful people, just them for some seconds not talking, wearing beautiful costumes. This is like together. This is like 20 seconds in the episode that are nice, like paying off, you know, because the rest is shit. It's just shit. Okay, now he must become a monster. Okay, I will just read about this because it's just logical stuff, okay? If, and it seems that way by all means, like 1000%. Sutek is just a body, just like a guy in dog form, like he looks how he looks. And he has a rope that is connecting him to something, and he's flying behind this thing. It's like all very physical, real relation. They are talking for, I don't know, 5 minutes now, or 3 minutes. So, you know, you can have a pull on a rope, like when you climb the mountain, you have like a lever, like a kind of lever, and a lever pull thrust. So if you do it several times and around the elbows, you know, that's like, I'm not an expert here, but I know when you do this shit with the elbows and the turning the rope into a lever, first you can save distance with the rope because you cannot lose it, it's safe. Second, you can use your feet. Oh, okay, my shorts is broken. You can use your feet, I'm not naked, but just my shorts is broken. And you can pull weight with your feet also, and you can make a lever out of the rope at your feet also, and also on your knees. I mean, I remember a bit of technique, and I'm showing very badly here, I'm sorry. I'm happy for every rope climber that shows me how to getting the job done of climbing a rope or pulling yourself on a rope when you're flying through thin air or water. So I guess you would have to be very strong, and you would have to have some rope techniques. But stay with me here on the rope thing. This is the rope thing. Sutek is a body, so he has physical strength, yes, and he looks strong. I mean, he's God, and he should be strong enough to pull himself back into the TARDIS. So why the fuck are they all like, nice moment, hey Ruby, kiss kiss, and yeah, let's talk about this, I have to become evil now because I have to kill the super evil, super duper mega crazy god now, so I have to become evil now. This is sad, I don't want to be evil. So they're talking about all that shit in a really relaxed moment while their opponents, doors are open, they see the open doors 6 meters away from them. The sound conveniently is not, you cannot hear the time vortex or the open doors or the grunting of their opponent, which is really just like 15 meters away at max. And all that way he is just waiting and swinging around, surfing that shit. Like, that's what he wants. But then, when the doctor turns his attention back to him, I mean, like, now it's time to give attention back to the evil god that is literally bound to my TARDIS and who could have come back in any time. But now, at 39:48, I give my attention back to you. And now they try to be very short on this, but they still want the feeling of action. So this is what they do. Sutek has one hand hold on the rope, and this one hand, it seems to be stable, I don't know if it's the right hand, but he's way too incompetent and moves dog-like to do anything else. He's just like surfing with one hand on the rope for some seconds, okay? And, oh, there you go. Yeah, this moment, there you go, you think he's simply too stupid. He seems to be strong enough to pull himself back in, but he is too stupid to use a rope. Cannot do the job. Okay. At 40 minutes and 6 seconds, Sutek shows us, this is just now, this is the only important thing. In the background, there are a lot of bullshit lines. I'm not even interested because it's just the doctor pushing towards the moon. I close the doors. It's so dramatically that I have to kill the god of death, but I have. The god of death survived 800 years, which of them many in the time vortex. He was clinched into an eternity tunnel, and he, in the time vortex, clinched to the TARDIS. He survived and he gained stronger. He served the time vortex for minutes, very fine. He was good. And now he closes doors, just leaves him in the time vortex, and the time vortex kills him instantly. Because now the time vortex, it's like, and then the time vortex kills, and then they pull the TARDIS, and then Sutex falls off the TARDIS. So then they rope him to the TARDIS again, and then they go into the time vortex, and then they close the doors, and then the rope stops to exist, and then Sutek dies. There's no because relation here, there's no causal shit. It's just episode after episode after episode leading to a finale. So if this is made by the god of storytelling, then the god of storytelling sucks ass. It seems to be made by the writers, and sorry, in this episode you sucked ass too. I'm really sorry, but I'm really honest, and I hope you understand my reasons. Away from all the shit talk and all the bad words and all the really accusations and how I swear on you, and I hope I didn't go too far, but this is a rant and you should get rid of your emotions in a rant. So, okay, 40-10. I didn't even listen too much to the bullshit the doctor said, but he even goes as far in his lines, bullshit lines, 300 those are. Surely that's who I am, life. He says something about representation. So, he claims to be a representation or the representation of life itself. Because it sounds well, and they wrote that for sounding well. Seems to be the right words to close the doors. This is the reality, but when I look at it, this is the darkest and dumbest moment of the Doctor. It's like I'm the Time Lord victorious all over again, like even worse. Because when Tennant said he was Time Lord victorious, it kind of felt wrong. He kind of him, part of him, he acted on it that part of him felt bad and also great with it. It was very good acting, very shades of grey. Well, here, it's just, there's no breaking point, there's no subtext, it's just like, I'm life itself. And now we get back into the rope thing. 40-20. Sutek shows us he can pull easily on this rope. He pulls like, pulling is not a problem at all. Like, of course he has no technique, he's dumb as fuck. That one point is true, he is dumb as fuck, but he doesn't save the rope, he doesn't use technique. He's just like, he's pulling the rope in very fast and the rope falls down here. And every meter is just super risky, he doesn't gain distance. And he only starts this at the last moment when he kind of a blind god, the god of blindness would see that this guy is about to kill him. Very shortly after that. He will finish talking and then he will close the doors and kill me. It's super obvious. I mean, that's why I'm moving here, right? And he moves and moves and moves and he doesn't save the rope. Not a single centimeter. Yeah? And then, as his last move, yeah, he lets go of with one hand of all the rope and then he pulls forward with one hand. That's his last move. That's how he uses his strength and the pull towards the door. He has both hands, he lets go of one hand and pulls strong with the other hand. And reaches out with the hand he first lost. So that's not how anyone would do it. Like, not even the god of stupidity would move that way. But it seems totally intentional. I mean, he could even, he gets, if he wanted one hand to kill the doctor, which he has big teeth, he doesn't need the hands. He needs the hands on the rope. But he gets loose of it and then he pulls very strongly, which he didn't do before. This pull is the first time. But he even lets go of this rope. He lets go of it. He need to pull and go like, pull and hold the grip, save the rope, but he does not want to save the rope. So he reaches out in hope of scratching the doctor's face. That's his final hope. That's the final attempt of the god of stupidity and inconsistency, calling himself the god of death. He wants to scratch his face. That's his last move. Even though he has telepathic powers, which are in no means are blocked, nothing like that. His telepathic powers are so strong, he can kill any being with a simple thought. He could have killed Ruby and the Doctor all along, all the time. I guess because he's a copy Sutek, he did not want to go all the way. That's my theory about that. And yeah. So Sutek waited 3 minutes before he started pulling. And then when he started pulling too late, his goal was seemingly to scratch the Doctor's face. So when we see how Sutek dies, copy Sutek, it's clearly enough. At any given time, you could have just kicked him into the time vortex to kill him. Any given time. Okay, you can rope him like a dog. It works. He is really dumb, and he's too dumb for any efficient body techniques. And overall, he's not much of an opponent at all, I would say. He's, yeah. Okay. 41-20, the jump is super nice. And this jump is also like story. Is this just really the guys at the writing office who said, yeah, it would be nice if they have pizza at 41-20 after we just resolved the god of death into nothingness? Is it important to start the shot with pizza? Or is this a hint to god of story, making all of this a story in a universe that is already a story, to be all bullshit? Because now this end starts with a pizza shot and ends with Miss Flott being the narrators and saying, yeah, it was all a nice story and Ruby Sunday got a happy end and I have a nice costume standing on the roof waiting for the Christmas episode. That's okay. I mean, anyway, I actually like the pizza. Also, I like how dumb it is that they order pizza because they are a super secret intelligence, super space, science fiction, alien time organization with powerful technology, and they are ordering pizza from a pizza place. Like, isn't that risky? Like, wouldn't that be like a leak or something? I wouldn't order pizza when I was there. I would have my own pizza oven. I mean, they have billions for technology. I would make my own pizza, for sure. 41-43, it's okayish. They claim, I mean, I don't believe a single word they're claiming at this point. They claim her family and memories are true. Okay, and this is about the zombie person. The zombie person who got pushed away, never to say anything, becomes a human again. So, for some reason, Sutek created real persons with the ability to be real persons to turn into monsters later. While he can change any person into a monster. So, and he wanted to lay a trap for the Doctor. Yeah, this Susan was to be a trap for the Doctor because Sutek, they claim to that this is the deal to tell us. These are the words, you know. They say words and we're supposed to do something with it. Our brains connect with it and it's a story. In this case it's not. It's just like what they have said. Like, doesn't make sense at all. Sutek wanted to make a trap which didn't solve any purpose. It did not kill the Doctor or Mel. It was just like, exposition, I'm a death zombie. Shh, people are dying but not you. I never tried to kill you. Why should I? Just looks like it. Okay, and now they're talking about this, saying stuff about this, and they are just saying, but what about my life and my family? Are those also fake? No, your parents are true and your life is true. So, Sutek did not only fabricate people, he also fabricated their parents, and he fabricated social security numbers for them, and social media, and hobbies, and... Oh, wait. Did he also fabricate their sisters and brothers, and their mothers and fathers? And what about their friends and relatives? What about the organizations they had to work in? What about the governments they had to file them? Did he fabricate all of this? And when he did, isn't it all connected? And didn't he have to fabricate everything then? Okay, this is leading too far, but when you actually want to philosophize, is this a word in English? When you actually want to imagine and spread your thoughts and be philosophic about life and death, this is interesting. Death created everything just to kill it. So life comes out of death to die again, to be more perfect. Maybe this is something what the universe does. But you have to leave all of this, because this folie, this scratch here, this pitch is just shit, okay? But you can, of course, take some ideas out of it. So, they say the god of death create not only the death zombie minions, half alive, half dead, the minions of his will connected to him, but somewhat still able to be surrounded by opening doors on a spaceship. Whatever, these creatures he created with families and with a background story and with relatives. So, did he also give the relatives and the background stories background stories? So, did he create everything? It's just like this doesn't stop. There's no point this is ever stopping. Or were they like sleepers? Have they all like a identity and fake memories at one point? Oh, is it all true? Anyhow, everything they say about this is just pure speculation. They have no data. They didn't look into this. It's just the doctor is saying this. And some unit people say this. Yeah, no. You got that. You're real. Don't bother. You're a real human. Story. This is happy end time now. You are real. No, he did that too. So, it doesn't make sense. So it's bullshit lines. I think we are at 400 at this point. So, for no reason,